from your most experienced news team with live Doppler radar. This is ABC 12 News at 6.
I scored a lot of concerts that, years.
It's the end of an era, the destruction of the IMA Auditorium, the last standing building of the failed AutoWorld complex. However, its end was much like its life. AutoWorld fades amid disappointment. Good evening, I'm Alicia Fields.
And I'm Joel Fike. Well, the IMA implosion left some spectators disappointed. The crews that actually ignited the explosives say they were thrilled. ABC 12's Peggy Agar joins us live from downtown Flint with more. Peggy, crews say it went well?
Joel, they say it went exactly as planned, except for a few early morning problems. Apparently last night some people jumped the fence here, they got inside, they tampered with some of the wiring, so this morning crews had to fix that. And then a few minutes before the explosion, some of the spectators got too close to the building. That delayed it about 5 minutes. When the explosives were finally triggered, everything went off with a bang. It was a boom you could feel in your chest. Within seconds, the former IMA went up in a cloud of dust. When that dust settled, the crowds were disappointed because a big portion of the building still appeared to be standing.
It's a common misconception that when we dynamite a building, it's going to be 2 feet in the air when we're done.
No, the entire structure did not come down. And here's why. The explosives were strategically placed to make future demolition easier. The IMA is made of steel, and now that the bricks have been imploded, it will be easier for crews to see the steel and pull it out.
It's not a good time of the year for a crane operator to have to work through that steel roof where he can't always see his wrecking ball and his cable. What this did was it brought the building down to a very safe working height for the hydraulic machines, the big excavators with the claws on the end. Totally changes the character of how we have to pull the building apart.
Also, there was no basement in the IMA, so when the explosives went off, the rubble really had nowhere to go except to pile up on top of itself. The demolition crews say the point of this implosion was not to tear down the building. The point was to get rid of the open space and make it easier for the wrecking ball and cranes to finish the job.
You were looking at an arena that was about 3-4 stories high. And so it didn't have much room to drop to start with. And when you have so much equipment that's going to fall on top of it, that building went exactly as we expected.
If you're driving past the old IMA, you may notice that one wall is still standing. This was not a mistake either, I'm told. Apparently, they did not put any explosives in that wall. The reason? They say that they thought that the rubble would actually hold it up anyway, so there was really no point. We're live in Flint. Back to you.
Peggy, from a safety standpoint, anybody hurt?
I'm not told of any injuries, and they do say that safety was one of the main concerns. That's why you don't see a rubble away from the building. They used as very little dynamite as they possibly could.
All right, Peggy, thank you. Peggy Agar reporting live in downtown Flint. Flint police estimate about 10,000 people got up early to head downtown to watch the implosion. The people who wanted to see the implosion firsthand had two main options. They could see it from the north or from the south. The largest crowd appeared to be from the north at Windmill Place, where some found clever ways to pass the time and others really didn't care. Here's what they saw. From the south, many lined up on Saginaw Street along the Flint River Bridge. Several had either video cameras or binoculars. Here's what they saw. Because parts of the building were left standing after the implosion, some members of the crowd were disappointed.
I thought it was lame. I expected it to come crashing down completely flat. Now it's a worse eyesore than it was.
Well, it was kind of exciting, but it was also a disappointment. We thought we was going to see it come all the way down, and it's still standing.
Although the demolition crew felt it was a success, some in the crowd felt cheated.
It was slightly a disappointment because it didn't come all the way down. We expected to see it go to the ground, not sticking up like a bunch of sticks still.
A spokesman for Best Demolition expects to clear that site within the next 3 weeks.
Joel, a truly historic moment. In just 10 seconds, the 68-year-old IMA Auditorium was destroyed. In its place, bricks, concrete, and steel. And the failed AutoWorld theme park also now a thing of the past. The hope is in the future, Flint residents will be able to look at the site as a source of pride, a site of education, culture, and progress as the University of Michigan Flint moves it into the 21st century. Well, believe it or not, there was another big implosion today.
As if you haven't had enough, right? This one was in Arlington, Virginia. Probably looks more like what people around here were expecting.
This is or was Arlington's old court.
Like the IMA, much of the demolition took place before, so all that was imploded was the shell of the building. Quite a day.